The evolution of football's ultimate attacker. Most people think they understand Mbappé. They see the blistering pace, the spectacular goals, the breathtaking highlights. But what if I told you that speed is no longer the most dangerous part of his game? Every defender prepares for Mbappé. Every coach designs a tactical plan to stop him. Yet season after season, those plans continue to fail. Why? Because the player who once terrified defenders with pure acceleration has quietly transformed into something much greater. He has evolved into a complete attacking footballer, one capable of controlling every phase of the game. Today, we aren't simply analyzing goals or statistics. We're breaking down the tactical evolution that turned an explosive teenager into one of the most complete forwards modern football has ever seen. And by the end of this documentary, you'll never watch Kylian Mbappé the same way again. Welcome to Player Focus, where we don't just watch football, we understand it. Chapter 1. The Evolution, when speed was no longer enough. What happens when everyone already knows you're the fastest player on the pitch? They stop giving you space. They defend deeper. They protect the channels. They double mark you. For many explosive players, this is where the decline begins. For Mbappé, it became the beginning of evolution. Early in his career, every attack looked the same. Receive, accelerate, leave defenders behind. But football adapts. The world's best defenders studied him. The spaces disappeared, so Mbappé changed. Instead of simply attacking space, he learned to create it. His movement became calculated. His scanning became constant. His positioning became unpredictable. His decisions became faster than his feet. Today, his greatest weapon isn't pace. It's intelligence. And that's what makes him far more dangerous now than ever before. But intelligence alone doesn't explain why defenders still struggle. The real answer lies in 5 pillars that define every aspect of his game. Chapter 2. The 5 Pillars of Greatness. Every truly elite footballer is built on principles. Mbappé has 5. Pillar 1. Explosive penetration. Yes, the acceleration is still devastating. But unlike earlier in his career, every sprint now has purpose. He doesn't run because he can. He runs because the moment is perfect. Every explosive movement forces defensive lines backwards. Every burst creates uncertainty. Every sprint changes the geometry of the pitch. Pillar 2. Intelligent movement. Watch Mbappé before he receives possession. He's already scanning, already calculating, already manipulating defenders. He attacks blind side spaces, rotates across the front line, pins center backs, creates overloads. Sometimes, his greatest contribution isn't touching the ball. It's moving defenders away from where the attack is about to happen. The world's best attackers don't chase the game. They shape it. Pillar 3. Elite decision-making. Football is becoming faster, but the greatest players don't simply move quickly. They think quickly. Mbappé understands exactly when to accelerate, when to pause, when to dribble, when to combine, when to shoot, and when the smarter decision is to create for someone else. Every action serves a purpose. Nothing is wasted. Pillar 4. Technical excellence. Elite technique makes intelligence possible. His first touch doesn't merely control possession. It prepares the next action. His finishing is clinical with either foot. He bends shots around defenders, finishes first time, delivers accurate crosses, escapes pressure in tight spaces, combines effortlessly with teammates. Every technical detail is performed at extraordinary speed. That combination separates world-class players from complete footballers. Pillar 5. Ruthless mentality. Pressure doesn't weaken Mbappé, it sharpens him. Big occasions demand responsibility. He wants the ball. He welcomes expectation. He embraces decisive moments. When others hesitate, he attacks. That mentality transforms talent into greatness. Yet these 5 pillars become even more impressive when they're applied inside the game itself. Chapter 3. Controlling every phase of attack. Modern forwards don't simply finish attacks. They orchestrate them. During transitions, Mbappé attacks instantly, against deep defensive blocks. He manipulates defenders through movement rather than speed. During sustained possession, he rotates positions, creates overloads, links midfield with attack. Near the penalty area, everything becomes deliberate. He stretches defensive lines, drops into midfield, occupies half spaces, arrives late inside the box. Every movement forces defenders into impossible decisions. Mark him, or protect the space. Either choice creates opportunities. Mbappé doesn't wait for the game to happen. He dictates it, and that control begins with extraordinary technique. Chapter 4. Technical mastery. Most players stop the ball. Mbappe's first touch eliminates a defender before the next action even begins. His close control remains explosive. His shooting is unpredictable. His volleys require almost no preparation. His passing breaks defensive lines. His progressive carries eliminate multiple opponents. His crossing creates chances from impossible angles. Every technical action is executed at elite speed. Technique alone wins moments. Technique combined with intelligence wins matches. But modern football demands even more. It demands tactical understanding. Chapter 5. Tactical intelligence. Elite football begins before the ball arrives. Mbappé constantly scans his surroundings. He identifies weak defenders, recognizes pressing triggers, targets blind side runs, pins center backs, rotates across all three attacking positions. One moment he's stretching the left channel. Seconds later he's occupying the central corridor, then drifting right. His unpredictability prevents defenders from settling. He's never where opponents expect him to be, and that makes him one of football's most difficult players to contain. Of course, none of this would matter without the physical qualities to execute it. Chapter 6. Physical dominance, acceleration, sprint speed, power, balance, agility, explosiveness, core strength, jumping ability, endurance. These qualities aren't separate from his football intelligence. They amplify it. Every intelligent movement becomes more dangerous. Every transition becomes more explosive. Every defensive mistake becomes irreversible. His body allows his mind to operate at maximum speed. Yet football's biggest matches demand something physical ability alone can never provide. Mental strength. Chapter 7. The psychological edge. Pressure reveals character. Mbappé embraces it. He demands possession during decisive moments. He remains composed under immense expectation. Miss a chance, he asks for the next one. Lose possession, he presses immediately. Face adversity, he attacks harder. Confidence, composure, competitive obsession. These qualities define champions, and they become most visible on football's biggest stages. Chapter 8. A new level of maturity. This season wasn't simply about goals. It was about influence. Mbappé dictated attacks, created chances, pressed intelligently, linked midfield with attack, controlled transitions. Opponents built entire defensive systems around stopping him, yet he continued producing goals. Assists, match-winning performances. Statistics measured his output, but they couldn't fully measure his impact. Because influence extends beyond numbers. And nowhere was that influence more evident than on football's biggest stage. Chapter 9. The biggest stage. Football's greatest tournaments expose every weakness. Mbappé showed none. Leadership, patience, movement, clinical finishing, decision-making, consistency. Every performance reinforced one conclusion. He was no longer simply an elite goalscorer. He had become the complete attacking reference for modern football. Which raises one final question. Why is he still almost impossible to stop? Chapter 10. Why nobody can stop him. Stopping Mbappé isn't about defending pace. It's about defending every phase of football. Stop his acceleration. His movement creates space. Track his movement. His technique punishes mistakes. Close his shooting lane. He creates for teammates. Match him physically. His intelligence finds another solution. Remove one weapon, another appears. That's what separates extraordinary players from generational ones. There is no single answer. Because Mbappé has evolved beyond having just one strength. Conclusion. Football never stands still. Neither do its greatest players. Every generation produces footballers who redefine what excellence looks like. Pelé inspired the world. Maradona mesmerized it. Messi reimagined creativity. Cristiano Ronaldo redefined athletic excellence. And Kylian Mbappé has redefined the modern forward. Not because he runs faster than everyone else, but because he thinks faster. He attacks space, creates space, controls space. Speed made him famous. Intelligence made him unstoppable. That is why Kylian Mbappé isn't simply one of the best players of his generation. He is the blueprint for the complete modern attacker. If this documentary changed the way you see football, subscribe to Player Focus. Because here, we don't just watch the game, we understand